Jones from The Player, sitting in the 488 Spider Ferrari. I'm so excited you have no idea. I'm going to show you around this car. I'm going to take you out on the road. You haven't seen anything until you've heard and experienced a car like this. I'll see you in a minute. I've got to go and get ready. I'm going to wet myself. See you later. That you didn't expect. So here we are. Let's shut this baby down for a minute and let's have a look around her, because I'm just too excited for words. So, with all the bells going and everything, now's the way of getting out that you should get out, and this takes a bit of practice. You can do it in one. The Ferrari 488 Spider. What can I say? What a colour! Have you check out the colour? I mean, come on. So, we have a 3.9 litre engine. Doesn't sound a lot. Over 600 brake horsepower. This thing, 200 and something thousand pounds. A lot of money. I think it's worth it. Come and have a look round. Let's check out the car, what it actually can do, how it looks, and above all, how it feels to actually be sat inside something like this. The back, what can I say? Check this bit out. I love this. You've seen it on Formula One cars. That is a little flashing light for when you're out on the track. Poor weather conditions, whatever you need it for. It's even got a pit lane limiter you can set on it so you don't exceed the pit lane limit. I don't think we'll be doing that today. Let's carry on looking around. Two big chunky exhausts, loads of carbon fibre all over the place. Once again, it's just the cream of the cream, really. Ferrari, I think they've nailed it with this car. It's, you know, it's an upgraded 458 basically. We've got a car, it's convertible as you can see, or as Ferrari put it, they have a nice little way of retracting. They use an abbreviation, which, to be honest, I don't think a car like this should have an abbreviation. You know, if I'm going to get money out of the bank, I go to the cash machine. I don't go to an ATM. Likewise, if I'm going to drop the roof on this thing, I'm not going to use a HRT, whatever they call it. So, roof goes down. I'll show you how that works in a minute. I mean, really, I just got to stand here and stare at the car. Oh, by the way, a few of you in the last video asked about what watch I was wearing. So I thought I'd put this right so I don't have to answer everybody. This was made for me by Edox. It's an Edox watch. It is a Player Edox watch because they've made it quite unique. I love it, and there you go. For those who asked, that's the answer. Edox, very good watch. Not mega expensive either. Thought I might add that. So let's get in the car and let's have a look around. Okay, so we're in the driving seat. We're sat inside this absolutely stunning masterpiece, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Looking what we've got here, let's go through the start on this thing, because the one thing you know with a Ferrari, you're going to have a lovely engine start-stop button, which is right here. So foot on the brake, we've got the keyless system, so the key is in my pocket, we don't really need to look at the key, and it's just a simple push and hold, simple as. And the good thing about when you start the car up, you'll notice immediately over here, there's a little panel for the passenger, which can give you different displays for different things, so speed. And obviously we're not going anywhere at the moment, so it's not showing any speed, but it will give the revs. It's just a little interesting piece for your cameraman when he's sat there, or your lady friend or your boyfriend sitting there absolutely wetting their pants. Coming back over into the middle, I love the way Ferrari have shaped the carbon fibre here. It's so sleek and smooth, and the one button that all Ferraris do have, or should have, is a launch control button. I'm not going to use the launch control today. It is primarily used for the track, which most of you know. I'd love to do the McDonald's launch control challenge, but on further investigation we realised we didn't quite have enough room to launch this car at 150 mile an hour. This car will do 0 to 60 sub 3 seconds. It's again something that I'm not going to really show you today. I prefer to do that on the track where it's much safer and I don't lose my license. So let's have a little look around. The good thing about Ferraris is everything is very basic. You'll notice there are no handles. Indicators are left and right of the wheel here, so you just touch, indicator works, touch again, indicator off. Obviously, as you go around the corner, it senses that you've finished the corner and it turns off itself. We have a suspension setting button here, so I can actually manually set up the suspension. Although if you look on the right here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different modes. They're very easy to change into these modes using the flick of a little button. I'm currently in the sport mode. There is a wet setting, which is fantastic when it is a little bit damp, because this car is lively. Let's face it, you know, we've got a big engine, not a lot of weight on the chassis and stuff, so it's going to jump around a little bit. You've obviously then got race mode. Race mode will turn off the various bits and pieces that you would normally be using on the road itself, traction control, etc, etc. And then it just gets really silly because we can just turn everything off, which is the beauty of a Ferrari. So you are totally you and the car. You're not got computers telling you, no, can't go around a hairpin at that speed. Let me put more traction control. So with this setting here, you can actually change the whole dynamics of this car and turn it into a pure thoroughbred racing car, which it does. Paddles either side, absolutely lovely. Very nice and large, beautifully shaped, lovely to touch. On the top here, which you won't see at the moment, is your rev limiter. So instead of looking straight forward at your rev counter, when you're concentrating on the road or on the track, the little red lights will come up to a point. When all those red lights are lit, you should be at your maximum rev limit. So when we go down the road, I'm obviously not going to push this car to its limit because that would be stupid, but you will see the red lights coming up, popping up and down, just letting me know where I am on the revs. Over here, love this button. Guys, look at this, pit lane control. So I can actually set the speed of entry and exit through the pit lane. There are speed limits when you are racing in the pit lane, as you're probably aware, and that is where you can set it on this car. I've got feedback from the turbo, which will now come up on the panel there, which will give me different settings on the turbo. I can actually move across by using the very simple, it's like a little mouse, and I can change and alter dynamically what I want to do. There are other buttons over here. I mean, this is a general everyday car that you want to be able to get in and out of. So it's got the Bluetooth, it connects wirelessly to your phone. I've got the hands-free phone in here. I've got my map and my navigation system. It's all controlled over here. It's very simple. So I just push here and I can add a device. It's got my phone has come up, which is great. Or I can sling back, I can move backwards and forwards. That's the volume button. I can do various things using just a very simple push and connect button. I can dial whatever I need to do. And then here I can go back to home on a couple of clicks, which will take me, I don't wish to proceed, no, so I'm going to go no, connect a device. It's all very simple, and Ferrari make this simple purely because they want you to have the enjoyment of the car. They don't want you flapping around trying to organise bits. Auto lighting system, very easy. Another thing which it didn't strike me at first, where are the wipers? But here, as you see, there's a little button here for the wipers. Again, very simple. If you want them to come on, push on, wipers come on. If you want them to come off, push back. That cancels the wiper system. And if you want water spraying up, which I really don't want to do today because it's going to ruin our lovely glass, you just push and hold, and that gives you a couple of wipes and it cleans your windscreen. Other little buttons down here, well, we've got the magic button in the middle here which opens the roof. Now this takes just under 14 seconds. I'll show you as it works. So we'll push forward now, we're going to close the roof, and in less than 14 seconds we're going to be nice and cozy inside the car. And the wonderful thing is you can go up to 30 miles an hour driving along while you do this. So if you're suddenly on the motorway and everyone's going, ha ha, look, he's got his roof down and it's about to rain, you don't have to worry, because you just slow back down to about 30 miles an hour, push that button, there we go, less than 14 seconds. Roof's up, it's a hard roof. Now, Ferrari actually tell me this roof, being metal, is 25 kilograms lighter than the material roof that they used to use. So sounds amazing, but with modern technology, obviously with the metallics and the metals that they can now use, 25 kilo saving, that's quite a lot of saving. If you think that's a third of an average person's body weight. So again, it's all to do with weight and power ratios. And I think Ferrari, really, you have sussed the whole thing. You have made my day, allowing me just to have a play with this car and show you guys exactly what it can do. And that's what we're going to do now. I've waffled on enough. What you really want to see and hear is what's behind me, is that engine. And I'm going to show you now. Right, so we're out on the open road and it's just burbling behind me. I mean, listen to that. And I'm going to take it up slowly through the revs just to let you hear. I'm only in second gear, and you can hear it's just pipping slightly. And here we go. This is absolutely stunning. We're on quite a windy road. In the sport setting, the chassis on this car is just phenomenal. So taking a corner, it's just like riding on rails. It's out of this world. The dynamics of this car just change every second. You're feeling every movement. There's no understeer, no oversteer. It's just mayonnaise on your chips. That's exactly what it feels like, if you can describe that feeling. But it's the pure sound. It's what Ferrari is known for. It's that sound you can hear behind me. And that's that engine that's just effortlessly pushing me along. Whenever I need it, it's there. Just push, and you can hear it. It just wants to go all the time. So I'm going to take you through. Sorry, I get so excited. As you would. Anybody who's driving one of these is going to get excited. And it's definitely not an old man's car. I don't care what anyone says. This is a stunning supercar. Thank you. Okay, so we've got 2 tests to do. The first one is the sound test. That's what I want to hear. It's a beautiful summer's day. The roof's down. The wind's in my hair, what's left of it. Probably won't be much more left of it by the time I'm finished. But in all honesty, this car is superb when the roof is down. If the windows are done up, okay, I'm having to shout a little bit, but that's more engine noise than anything else. But there is a very neat little button down here that I can pull, which raises a little window that's between the seats, and that will cut down the sort of air that's blowing around in here. So if you're with a girl and she's, oh, I've just done my hair, it's going everywhere, you can just pull that little button up. Personally, I wouldn't bother, because I wouldn't take that sort of girl out in this car. She's got to let her hair down when she comes out with me in this car, that's for sure. So we're going to buzz over now. We're going to head to one of the longest man-made tunnels in the UK, and I've just got to run this car through and let you hear that sound as we go through the tunnel, just to enjoy it for one more time before we have to say goodbye. So we'll catch up with you in about 10 minutes when we get to the tunnel. Okay, so we're coming down the slip road, which takes us on to where the tunnel is, and we're going to do our fabulous tunnel test, which I don't care how many times I do it, always sounds just amazing. I'm going to carefully pull out here so we get into a good lane. And we've got the roof down, as you know, as you can probably hear. Oh, I've got to say, this is sex on wheels. This is absolutely unreal. And here we go. We're about to enter the tunnel. I'm going to keep it at a nice high gear so you can hear that pitch as we go through. It's going to go dark for a bit because obviously we're in a tunnel, so why wouldn't it? Here we go, I'm just going to go quiet, you listen. Oh, just loving it. Here we go, we're going to drop a gear. Oh my God! Thank you, the gods of the car industry. You have given me everything I've ever dreamed of. Yes! You gotta love it so much. And that's it. A bit like my sex life, all over in about 20 seconds. What a feeling. Absolutely love Ferrari, you nailed it, guys. I just love you. I want to marry Ferrari. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe. I'm doing more of these. We've got so many cars coming, you won't believe it. Trust me. Well worth watching. Thank you.